after shutting down the laptop, you want to flip it over and take the battery out. Next, you want to take the bezel off. On a P52, the bezel just pulls off. That's it for that. Now, the LCD in a P52 is only held in by two-way tape. So you're going to destroy the old one getting it out because there's no way you can do it without cracking it. So you're going to need an X-Acto knife, and you're going to have to pull I can get in there and you can see it. Now I started this already, so this one came out easier, but if you look right here, you will see there is two-way tape that runs up both sides of these screens. And that's the stuff you need to separate from the back shell of the computer. So you just have to take your time and sort of cut it free. This is the most time-consuming part of the whole job. There it goes. So once you break it loose, and you can actually start to see it, if you kind of stretch it a little bit, it sort of breaks the adhesive bond between the tape and the back of the computer. Sort of like one of those 3M command strips. Stretch it and you can get it to sort of release itself. And then when it comes to silver stuff, you have to sort of get it, start it with a knife. Alright, now the last thing to do, next step is to take the connector from the laptop harness off of the old broken LCD. So the way you have to do it is, you'll see there's a piece of security tape on here. You just want to peel that tape off. Use your X-Acto knife. And you'll see the connector. And then to separate the connector from the socket, you want to lift this little lock bar down. So let me get a piece of tape and hold that because I only have one hand. Okay, now that we have the security tape lifted and out of the way, you can see there's a little bar right here. Let me get on it. Right there. It's got a little black color to the front of it. That just lifts over. Just like on a roller coaster ride. So once you disengage that, you should be able to slide the connector apart. And there you go. Just like that. Pretty easy. Okay, so now that we have the connector part, you want to look at your laptop, the back of it, and if any of this foil is sticking up, you want to sort of push it back down in there. So like, see how this one's all puffed up? You want to sort of work that stuff flat again because you want your new screen to sit flat. So push that down the best you can. It's not going to be perfect, but it's not going to really matter that much either. You can use a tool if you want, like the end of a screwdriver or whatever you need to, but basically you want to get those flat, and it's going to be all in the corners. And don't worry about tearing it. It's going to happen. You're not going to avoid that. Okay, so once you get that done, you can now swap out this broken screen. Get rid of that one and bring in the new one. Okay, so the new one should look just like your old one. So we're going to put it back together in reverse order. Alright, different angle here. So let's try to connect this up. Make sure you get it slid in all the way, and then you'll be able to snap down your little locking bar there. Take your tape off. Secure it back down. And next you want to put some tape on your computer. Hold on. Okay, next step is to put on some new 3M tape. So peel your tape off. This stuff's a little skinnier than the original, so I could double it up, or I could just leave it as it is. Which I think this will be fine. Next guy that changes it won't have such a hard time getting it out. Okay, that won't fall out of there. Alright, next, peel the backing off of your tape. Sometimes this can be a pain in the butt. Okay. Now, when you put this in, you kind of get one shot at doing it right, because once you stick it, it's stuck. So if you'll notice, I'll point out right here, there's these black blocks right here and right here. The screen sits on those blocks, and it also has to go in between this stainless steel spring that runs alongside. You see it kind of indents right here and right here. Same thing on this side. In fact, there's a little black pad that it touches off on. You sort of want to line it up with that before you stick it to the two-way tape. So set it on your blocks. Make sure you kind of visualize it left to right so it's centered in that stainless steel spring there. And then once you get it right, go ahead and commit to it. You just want to gently push it onto the two-way tape. You know where the tape is? It's here and here, so don't go pushing anywhere else, but you just want to gently give it a little squeeze. Just like that. Make sure all the other tape is still in place, the original tape. You want to peel off this protective screen. Take your little flimsy plastic bezel and snap it back in place. You can start from any side, it doesn't really matter. There's no electronics on this, it's just a cover, so you have to worry about really being that gentle with it. But it just snaps in, so you just go around, give it a squeeze, and you'll know when you get it because you won't see any gap between the screen and the bezel. And that, my friend, is that. Oh, there's one or two I missed. Okay. Alright. Fixed. Alright. Next step, put the battery in it and see if it works. Moment of truth. Did I push it? Yeah, I did. Yeah, look at that. It works. And there you go. Pretty easy job. If I could do it, you can do it.